When discussing underrated players, there are a few things that I'm looking for. Postseason experience and postseason success is definitely one of those things. The Phillies have officially announced that Bryce Harper is moving to first base, and that Rhys Hoskins will not be returning to the team. The best part about that is that there are several teams in need of a first baseman, and Hoskins would be a great option. No, his defense might not be good, but he is a very, very good bat. And this gets me into the most underrated free agents in Major League Baseball. By the way, there are quite a few of them. The only downside that you get out of Rhys Hoskins, of course, is that he has a lot of injury history. And last year, he did not even take a single at-bat. And that's also going to be a big reason why he's not nearly as expensive as a superstar. Every single year that he's ever been healthy, he's been able to put up 30 home runs. I mean, he's a good player. He doesn't give you good defense, but he's another piece to any lineup, and he will help you win. Rhys Hoskins could make sense for several different MLB teams, and the Pittsburgh Pirates are definitely one of them. I mean, they lack power in their lineup all year long. With superstar shortstop O'Neal Cruz returning, they could be in serious business to have serious power. But if we're going to be realistic, I'm not sure that the Pirates can afford Rhys. But you know who can? The Cubs, and that's for sure. The Cubs are in need of a first baseman. Rhys Hoskins would be perfect, especially, of course, if Pete Alonso ends up not getting traded. I think if Pete were to get traded, it would be to the Cubs, but it's a little bit tough to say if he will, and I do think that Rhys Hoskins is the safer option anyway. You don't have to go ahead and dump a bunch of prospects. No, instead what you have to do is you got to pay some money, and you got to get yourself a very, very good player. Rhys Hoskins would be great on the Cubs, and I have a feeling that Rhys will be winning the Comeback Player of the Year next season. The next underrated player is actually probably the most underrated pitcher on the entire market. Pitching is how you win. I mean, without pitching, you are not going anywhere. And if your favorite team is in need of pitching, big or small market, this guy is in your price range. Michael Wacha. Wacha was good in 2022. I mean, he put up a 3.32 ERA, but in 2023, he put up a 3.22. Wacha has only gotten better, and it's crazy to think that most people don't value him as a top 10 pitching target. I would take him any day over Fragile Giolito or Jack Flaherty. And in ideal rotation, he would be your number 3 pitcher, and, maybe a 2 depending on the team. But a small market team should be all over him, and I mean, why wouldn't you be? He's a very talented pitcher and is probably better than that 4 ERA that you would be getting out of Flaherty. The next guy is going to be Adam Duvall. Now, what's really interesting about Duvall is that he was not bad at all last year. It's just that he's getting really undershadowed. Now, obviously, in 2023, he played for the Boston Red Sox. And if you know one thing about the Red Sox, it is that they have 1,000 outfielders. So first of all, he didn't get to play every day. Second of all, he of course was out for multiple months with an injury. But when he did play, Adam Duvall was literally incredible for Boston. Of course, he's a righty bat, and he had 21 home runs, a 247 batting average, and an 834 OPS. If you are in need of a righty outfielder, I am positive that Adam Duvall is going to be that guy. Of course, the defense, it's a little bit concerning because the defense is what has injured him in the past and of course this year, but defensively, he is really, really good, and we know that by now. Let's not forget that only a few seasons ago, he had 38 home runs. He may not have had 38 home runs, but he had 21 home runs and 328 at-bats. It's not going to get much better for a team that is looking for a cheaper outfield option. Adam Duvall, compared to some other guys, is definitely a better option than, I guess, a Kevin Kiermaier, and in fact, we're actually going to go with one of Duvall's former teammates for this next one, Justin Turner. Of course, he's 39 years old at this point, but he was very, very good with Boston. I mean, he was an RBI machine, of course, sitting right behind Rafael Devers. I like Turner a lot. Turner is a very good player, even though he's 39 years old. He's still a perfect DH, and you know what? His defense is still pretty damn good. I'm not gonna lie. If you need a bat, you gotta look for Turner. In 2023, he put up a 276 average, 114 OPS plus, and 23 home runs. I am all in on Justin Turner coming back to the Red Sox, but hey, I've heard reports that he could be going elsewhere. We'll see what ends up happening there. Maybe he ends up coming back to the Mets. Who knows? But Justin Turner should definitely be on your radar, especially if you're a younger team and you're a small market that is searching for this veteran to come in. Yeah, Turner is perfect. Our last guy is going to be Michael Lorenzen. Now, Lorenzen had an awesome start to the year with the Tigers. I mean, he was incredible, and he ended up working his way into the All-Star game. And then he was traded to the Phillies. And with the Phillies, his very first game, he ended up throwing a no-hitter. You gotta give the guy credit for that at least. But after the no-hitter, things went downhill. I mean, he was really, really bad. And with that being said, from how bad he was, no one is really talking about Michael Lorenzen being a true option for a team, but I view Lorenzen as a true option. Yeah, he was going through a few bad months, I get it, but at the same time, you can't just go ahead and say that he's going to be bad because he had a few bad months. No, I think this is a cheap option for a team that needs a pitcher. Anyways, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't already, and peace out.